Hi, it's Christina with the Sisyphean Journal. We don't have an anniversary today, so we're going to chug right ahead with my series with Tim Pool having a very interesting discussion with pro-life activist Kristan Hawkins and a man who calls himself he's pro-choice. He's not pro-abortion. And he calls himself a pastor, and I think abortion is just totally incompatible with Christianity, so I'm a little hesitant to call him a pastor. And in a previous video, he kind of shied away from his entire pastoral office. So his position as a pastor has no bearing on any of this, because he never brings his Christianity into the discussion at all. They just finished with rape and abortion, and Tim is about to launch into viability, so it's going to be very interesting where this goes.
The bigger question beyond this is, I don't understand the left argument, and I don't think there is one.
There isn't.
As to why post-viability you would kill the baby. If a woman says that I don't want the pregnancy, I want to terminate it, you could say, we will terminate this pregnancy, keep the baby alive,
birth.
and then give the baby up for adoption and find a good home for them.
Mm-hmm.
But there are still people that, the pro-choice side, say no. If she wants the baby dead, it's her choice. And I can't wrap my mind around it.
That's why I want the pastor to answer. So in Maryland, where you live, in November, there's going to be a ballot referendum. On the ballot in Maryland is a constitutional provision that would allow a woman, through any stage in pregnancy, for any reason, to choose to end the life of the child. Are you going to vote yes to put that in the Maryland Constitution?
Any stage in pregnancy? So
up
where
to the
does
moment
that...
of birth. All 9 months, for
so
any
as
reason.
long as the body of the baby is inside the vaginal canal, that's what we're talking about?
Yes, inside of the womb or inside of the vaginal canal. Are you going to say, are you going to vote, Pastor Ryan's going to vote yes? Are you going to vote yes on that?
Oh, I've answered all these questions. My answer,
He hasn't answered that question. He weaseled out of it. He goes, well, it's also the my vote, look at a lot of different things. So let's see if he continues to weasel.
is I think that the mother should be allowed to choose.
So you're...
Okay, so he is standing in favor of... And what this would mean, okay, you can argue, oh, she's never going to be in that situation, but there's a condition called, I think it's called cryptic pregnancy, where she is way far along before she realizes she's pregnant. Some women don't realize they're pregnant until they're in labor. They go in thinking they have appendicitis, and the doctor, no, you're in labor. Look at the ultrasound, there's a baby there. So I'm not sure how firmly he stands on that, but let's see.
going to vote yes to put abortion up until the moment of birth in the Maryland Constitution.
I'm going to vote yes to allow a mother to choose.
So he's very carefully saying that he's not going to mandate the abortion, which, I mean, considering where some abortion advocates stand, that's granting the mother a lot more choice than some abortion advocates who hide behind the term pro-choice want to.
Abortion. So you keep using the word choose.
Or to not
choose abortion. Because the law is whether or not a woman should, or anyone should, have the choice to end the life of another human being.
Right, but there is a difference between Ryan's individual opinion and a collective of people voting together, so that's the way it's supposed to work. Why don't you just let it work that way?
I don't think he did. I think we need to kind of end this here, because he's expressed that he does believe that if the baby's crowning and she's like, no, don't want it, she should have the right to say, jam a forceps in there, scramble the brain, I don't want a live baby. Actually, let's continue. Let's see if let's see which direction this discussion goes in. Does it go to, does she have the right to a dead baby right up until it's entirely outside her body, or whether they go into how should we determine, does she have the right to a dead baby right up until the moment it's completely left her body? Or let's see if Kristan jumps onto the fact that some states have said you're not supposed to even look at the perinatal period if a baby just dies and is not outright killed, because that I think California and New York both, or it could be Maryland, put in that you can't investigate a death during the perinatal period because that's infringing on her right to choose. So there's a whole lot of area there. Let's see if they launch into it.
Well, because when our country was founded by Christians and deists, it was very clear in the Declaration of
Not quite sure why she's bringing religion into it.
Independence,
Who
right?
believed in slavery.
That there was life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That those are these fundamental freedoms that every human person was granted, not by a king or a tyrant or by government, but by a creator.
Okay. Again, I don't know why she's bringing this up, so I'm going to kind of end this here because she didn't press for... she didn't press forward with that perinatal period. She did get the answer out of him, and so that kind of encapsulates that concept. We'll end it there.